Hello everyone and welcome to my Bold and Beautiful Today channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Bill offers a result, Hope praises Thomas, Ridge's subscribe. The bold and the beautiful spoilers for Tuesday, June 20 indicate Brooke Logan and Ridge Forrester bandy the Coliseum. Bill Spencer stops by to visit Liam Spencer. Hope Logan asks Thomas Forrester's opinion of her speech. Thomas doesn't want Hope to change anything. Hope says everyone will love them, not just her. Hope says there cannot be one without both of them. Hope is happy to be in Rome with him. Bill Spencer offers a result Liam says he doesn't suppose the trip is going to be. Bill reminds Liam that he owns a spurt. Liam believes his being in Rome would discourage Thomas from trying anything with Hope. Liam also wants to be there to support his woman. Liam says subsequently that he and Hope can take some time to reconnect as a couple. Bill says the spurt is ready to go. Bill was going to Europe anyway and blazoned they're going to Rome. Bill calls and changes the flight plan. Liam calls Bill the father of the time. Bill tells Liam to snare his stuff and let's go. Liam and Bill make it to the aeroplane. Liam is anxious to take off. Liam thanks Bill for doing this. Liam says Hope is going to be so agitated to see him. Hope Spencer credits Thomas Forrester, the bold and the beautiful spoilers. Hope and Thomas talk about Douglas and how he understands how important it to work. Steffi Forrester and Carter Walton join them. Steffi and Carter tell them how important people want a sculpt peep of the collection. Hope cannot suppose of a better place than Rome for the position. Thomas tells them how good Hope's speech is. Hope wanted Thomas' opinion. Thomas couldn't put effects into words the way Hope does. Steffi says they love singing each other's praises. Hope says they wouldn't be there if it wasn't for Thomas. Carter says they're there to date with the line in the most elegant megacity in the world. Carter shows Hope and Thomas where they're doing the fashion show. Hope and Thomas continue to praise each other. Brooke Logan orchestrates a surprise. Ridge and Brooke continue their stint of the megacity. Ridge suggests that Brooke wear one of Hope's gowns hereafter. Brooke says this is Hope's collection. Ridge thinks the mama/son dynamic will be a plus. Brooke and Ridge go see a cannon that goes off every day at the same time. Brooke teases Ridge and wants him to wear a togo. Ridge asks where they're going. Brooke says they're nearly there. Ridge suggests they're lost. Brooke is sure about their future together. Ridge says if they have to work so hard to make effects work, also perhaps it's over. Ridge doesn't see them falling into each other's arms. Brooke is there to support the company. Brooke also wants to believe this could be a new morning for them. Brooke wants to be Ridge's Logan again. The cannon goes off when Brooke says she wants to show Vention's Liam's wish. Brooke's cannon subscribe for Ridge. The bold and the beautiful B&B. Spoilers recap for Tuesday, June 20, reveals that Brooke Logan prayed Ridge Forrester to tell her that he still believed in them, so he admitted that he wanted to. After Brooke said to let her lead the way, she took Ridge sightseeing in Rome. Ridge also suggested Brooke should wear one of Hope Spencer's gowns at the exercise since the press would eat up the whole mama/son thing. Brooke eventually agreed and showed off her literal knowledge as they floated around. Although Brooke got a bit lost, she was certain about one destination: her future with Ridge. Ridge assured Brooke that his love for her would no way die, but he wanted to cover them from further pain and upset about having to try so hard to make it work. Brooke claimed she wanted to be Ridge's Logan again and suggested about showing him a sign. Suddenly, the cannon behind them went off at the literal point, so Brooke got a smile out of Ridge when she verified that was the sign she had in mind. After getting a textbook about Liam Spencer's trip, Bill Spencer stopped by the cabin and set up him floundering to make flight plans. Although Liam stressed he wouldn't be suitable to get a flight out soon enough for the press event, Bill reminded his son that he'd the Spencer spurt. Since Bill was headed to Europe anyway, he just called the airmen and said they had dropped Liam off in Rome before they made their way to the Stella Maris. Liam hugged Bill in gratefulness since he wanted to keep Thomas Forrester in line, but he substantially wanted to support Hope and all her success. Once Liam and Bill were on board the aeroplane, Sarah the airman verified that they'd be taking off soon. Bill suggested Liam could call him Dollar Cupid, so Liam formally again thanked him for working his magic and said Hope was going to be so surprised to see him. Back in Italy, Thomas gave Hope his opinion on the speech that she'd written and claimed he wouldn't change a word. After Thomas said everyone was going to love Hope, she reminded him that they were a platoon and was so thankful to be in this magical megacity with him. Thomas latterly began sketching again, so Hope liked seeing him inspired. Talk turned to Douglas Forrester and how Thomas wanted to do Commodity Special to make up for all the time spent down from him. On Tuesday's B&B occasion, Hope assured Thomas that Douglas understood the significance of the line and didn't hold it against them. When Steffi Forrester entered with Carter Walton, she incontinently started fumbling for details on what Thomas and Hope were talking about. After Steffi learned Hope's speech wasn't relatively ready, she was surprised over the news. Thomas claimed Hope was choosing every word precisely, so Carter assumed that Thomas had gotten a sculpt peep. As Hope and Thomas formerly again gushed over each other's gift, Steffi noted that they just loved singing each other's praises. Hope wondered if Steffi had a problem with them being a platoon, so Steffi signed it off and suggested she was just making an observation. After Hope refocused out that they wouldn't be there if it wasn't for Thomas, she talked about how he turned Hope for the future around virtually overnight. Thomas assured Hope that this was going to be amazing and that she'd kill it hereafter. Latterly, Carter showed off the area where Hope for the future's fashion exercise would be. Hope allowed. It was the perfect place to showcase her line and was so agitated to have Thomas as an amazing mate. Thomas smiled as Hope claimed that he was the blessed man behind her line and behind her. The bold and the beautiful spoilers say Hope and Thomas' growing bond will lead to Liam's worst agony, so stay tuned for updates on all the pact with Ridge. Couple vows not to let Thomas and Hope derail reunion. The bold and the beautiful spoilers reveal that Brooke Logan and Ridge Forrester may have to make a pact if they hope to stay together. Although Ridge is on the verge of reuniting with Brooke, there'll be further obstacles to contend with nearly incontinently. B&B suckers know Thomas Forrester has been the source of numerous dissensions between Brooke and Ridge. Every time Thomas attempts to turn over a new splint, Ridge defends him while Brooke's left battling diabetes. Still, the situation is indeed trickier this time around since Hope Spencer has passions for Thomas and is about to make her move. After Hope kisses Thomas and gets caught, the news will inescapably get back to Brooke and Ridge. Of course, Hope will assure Brooke that she's to condemn for surrendering to temptation. We'll see Hope defend Thomas, but Brooke may still feel like her son was manipulated on some position. Indeed so, Brooke may eventually realize Hope is a grown woman who's making her own miscalculations. That doesn't mean Brooke will stop swimming and offering guidance, but that consummation could affect her relationship with Ridge as this plot heats up. Although Brooke's pact with Taylor Hayes didn't work out, she might propose a new bone with Ridge. Maybe Brooke will make the suggestion and move Ridge that they've to promise their kiddies drama won't come between them. Specifically, Ridge and Brooke might covenant not to let what happened with Thomas and Hope ail their reunion. Since this will spark further Hope and Steffi Forrester conflict as well, Brooke and Ridge may promise not to let that affect their renewed love. Moreover, there's been a ton of buildup when it comes to Ridge and Brooke getting back together, so B&B pens may not want to throw it all down so soon. Another pact seems like a good result, at least a temporary bone, that could make Brooke and Ridge's reunion last for a while. The bold and the beautiful spoilers say Ridge and Brooke may strike a deal to keep the peace, so stay tuned for updates on what's ahead for these two. Thanks for watching. If you like this video, so please don't forget to subscribe my channel and don't miss any update.